Experiment and experience. While talking about experiment and experience, these are two things closely related to the human life and youth of the nation. The chapter opens a canvas. Half of the canvas of human life is full with experiment and the other half is with experience. Experimental facts are scientific knowledge gained by rigorous experimenting in laboratory conditions. They are truthful, factual, real and objective as well as impersonal. Experimental knowledge is truthful, factual, real, objective as well as impersonal. Whereas experience is concerned, so far as experience is very personal but real and it is truthful as well. Experiment can be organized in artificial situations, but the result of all experiments will be similar. If you are repeating an experiment in chemical laboratory or chemistry lab or physics lab, result if you are adding H2O, result will be water. Clear? H2O to water, always 10 times, 100 times water. And even in physics laboratory, if you are objectively adding that, result will be result of one experiment repeated 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times till you will get bored will be same. Result of mathematical solution. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. One mathematical solution, if you are following the process scientifically, will always lead to the similar result. You solve it 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, but result will always be same. Answer will always be same. Question arises here whether the similar is the case of experience. No. Somebody will be liking a particular city very much because based on his or her experiences. The same city might be disliked by other person as he or she is having entirely different experience. So experience is personal, but it is also real. And there is one contrast, another contrast also. In artificial environment, experiments can be done. Like in chemistry lab, you are doing experiment, you can shift and put the setup here or setup of physics lab here and you can organize that experiment. But my question is this: can after bringing 40 Chinese in this room, we have experience of being in China?
No, sir.
No. Why? Can we have experience in artificial environment? Never. Because there the environment is lacking. And although Chinese people are knowing that they are in India, you can to them, but they will never behave originally. Apart from that, the environment, all furniture, infrastructure will be contributing and declaring that this is not China. One more example I would like to give you for clarifying experiment and experience. An experimenter is always a detached observer. An experimenter is a detached observer. Though he puts the setup, weighs the material in physics laboratory, but he is not interfering, not allowed to interfere the process to affect the result. He cannot, he is not allowed to affect the result. But experiencer affects and he also be affected. He influences. Another example I would like to give you, like a man is drowning in the sea, in the ocean. Another man is watching from the shore. The man who is watching from the shore, the drowning man, the watcher is the experimenter. The one who is being drawn by the waves is experience. Everything is at stake. He is also very much part and parcel of the environment. He is influencing the environment and he is also being influenced. Such example I would like to give a Hindi quote here. Like one experiencer who is being drawn in the ocean, he talks to the experimenter who is watching. And how does he talk? एक इंसान जो लहरों से जूझ रहा है और एक इंसान जो या कुछ लोग किनारे पे खड़े उसे देख रहे हैं. जो किनारों से देख रहे हैं वो एक्सपेरिमेंटर है और जो लहरों से जूझ रहा है वो एक्सपीरियंसर है. So two lines by experiencer to experimenters. ऐ मौज बला उनको भी जरा दो चार थपेड़े हल्के दो, कुछ लोग जो साहिल पे बैठे तूफान का नजारा करके. ऐ मौज बला उनको भी जरा दो चार थपेड़े हल्के दो, कुछ लोग जो साहिल पे बैठे तूफान का नजारा करके. So now the question is that who is bigger? Who is more valuable? Or what is more valuable? Experiment is more valuable or experience is more valuable? Situationally, yes please.
Experienced person is more bigger than experienced.
Experienced person is bigger than experimenter.
The man who is fighting with waves in ocean is more better than who is watching it.
Yes. In this example, but for the scientist, for the technocrat, if you will ask this question, they will always say that the knowledge that we receive by factual proving and testing in laboratory only, that is the true knowledge. But judging that knowledge that we receive from experience by experiment will be killing another domain of knowledge and compartmentalizing that domain in two parts that will lead nowhere. The writer talks that anybody who is born in the mid-20th century Mid 20th century means 1950. Is something of a scientist. How? Either he thinks scientifically, either he acts scientifically, or believe in the facts, hard facts, aided by the proven knowledge. That is why he is a scientist. Even if he is not a scientist, he is blessed with analytical frame of mind. What is analytical and rational frame of mind? Technical thinking, logical thinking, rational thinking, that is rationality. Then the chapter talks about, W.R. Niblett talks about the experiments done in the classroom, practical laboratory, school laboratory, that experiments that are taught to students. Furthermore, he extends the domain of experiment. He extends the boundary of experiment. Clear? How to extend the boundary of experiment? Nowadays, experiment is no longer the domain of laboratory subjects. Means physics, chemistry, biology, they are not only the winner of experiment. They don't have the copyright of experiment. Experiments are possible now in history. Experiments are possible in social studies, social sciences. Experiments are also possible in fine arts, music. For example, first I would like to give you example of music. Earlier it was a classical music. Then came semi-classical music. Then came light music. Then there came remix and pop and so on and so forth. That remix is what? Experiment in music. If somebody is thinking that how this orchestra, fusion of a lot many musical instruments to produce all together a coherent effect, musical effect, is, if somebody is terming it that it is not an experiment at all, means he is cutting all together and removing the knowledge domain. He is reducing the boundaries of the knowledge. Later on, music and painting. Beyond the music, let us come to the art and painting. Word of design, painting. Mona Lisa is what? Mona Lisa is painting by Leonardo da Vinci. This is just an example that keep questioning the painting skills and art and fine art skills of the ages. People are doing research in that domain and moving further for its mysterious smile. W.R. Niblett is of the opinion that Mona Lisa, not only this particular painting, this is also a matter and subject of research, that in his productive days, what color is used by the painter or artist, what type of canvas was used by him, what was his approach, what did he want to paint and project, and so on and so forth. Thus, even in history, due to carbon dating system and scientific approach, a historian produces the origin of the origin of the old things, that is coming out of excavation sites. Later on, writer talks of art and other country. In some of the countries, he thinks that people use experience for both. Experiment and experience, for both the terms, they talk experience. One word is used, experience is used in the countries like French for both the terms. Like a French scientist may say, I am experiencing this in my laboratory. There, but nowadays, French people also knew that experiencing is different from experimenting. What are the differences there? They can sharply differentiate. Furthermore, the writer takes the example of his journey to New York. For him, traveling for the first time, it was a sea voyage. When he was about to reach to New York, the city himself appealed him like a fairyland. And he was very much impressed by the dim light and music that is coming out of the little traffic road from the city while he was approaching. But another example he gives is of his journey to Sudan. And while moving towards Sudan, writer talks of that as long as he came out of the airport in an old out-of-date creaky bus, he came on the road and the bus was on the road that was hardly a road at all, and dusty, and he found a different experience. Experiences that are good or bad, experiences whether good or bad, they come to all. We all have experiences, and ultimately let us look at one more point and differentiate between experiment and experience as the result. For example, the result of the experiment will be a new fact, concrete, measurable. Like one experimenter who did some experiment, and as the result of that experiment, this product is made. So what is happening? Suppose that this is the pile of the knowledge. One experimental product is there, and the result of the product is adding to the pile of the knowledge. The result of the experiment is adding to the pile of the knowledge. Adding again to the pile of the knowledge. Another experiment and result is there. This experiment added again, the result outcome of the experiment added again to the pile of the knowledge. Thus, the pile of the knowledge is growing bigger, bigger and bigger, and being enriched by the outcomes of experiments. But experiences enrich us. Experiment. Now the punchline of the chapter is experiment causes knowledge to grow, whereas experience causes us to grow. Experiment causes knowledge to grow, whereas experience causes us to grow. They are also very real, truthful, and you can say that experiences in Hindi, you can say, use the phraseology apna apna sach. That is very real, very truthful to you. And if you have experienced a thing in your life, other person cannot convince you to feel or think otherwise. Opinion friend, that also make you grow in your life and lead your life in the proper way. Thus, ultimately, first, the writer W.R. Neblett begins with distinguishing between experiment and experience. How to identify what are the differences of these two knowledge domains, experiment and experience. But finally again he tried to synthesize both. He tries for amalgamation of both. He goes for not only synthesis, not only amalgamation, rather fusion and transformation of experiment and experience. Because also while experimenting one thing in the laboratory, you are also experiencing. At the time of experiment in laboratory, you are also experiencing. So you cannot detach the knowledge as well as the experience. And ultimately, the writer says, experimenter is experiencer too. Because while experimenting, he is also experiencing. And based on that experience, he is taking one step forward to the new knowledge. That is the end of the chapter. Thank you.